with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. We are going to have a fun Saturday craft today. We are on to Christmas crafts, and I know it's early. I really kind of feel that way myself. But, you know, you have to start early because if you're going to make these, you need to find the things, and then, you know, you have to have the time, right, to do it. So you got to start early if you're a crafter. Okay, so today's going to be cute. I'm going to be using two of these. One of these I bought, and one of them Christine, my subscriber friend Christine, gave me. And it's going to work out awesome because we're going to put two together. Can you see that? We're going to put two together. One's going to be upside down. We are going to take one of these slats off too. We're going to be using some greens. I got these beautiful greens at the Southern Hospitality, and I did pay $3.99 for them, but I feel like it's a really heavy, full. Look at all the times I can pluck one of these off, right? I feel like it's really, really full. So we're going to be using one of, or any greens though, any greens that look Christmassy. And then I was going to put this chair that I cut out of vinyl on my Cricut, which is so cute. I'm going to save that. But until I was at the Dollar Tree and spotted this one. Right? I have never seen those before. I've seen the dressers and the little, like, credenza table, and I don't know, I think I've seen all the furniture except for the chair. So we're going to use this chair, and he's going to be 3D. What we're going to do, though, you can paint it. I'm going to stain mine with Antique Waverly Wax, and a baby wipe, because it's just going to help me. I'm going to wrap it around my finger. It's just going to be easier to get in all those little spindles, and I'm hoping it is anyway. Is this the most adorable little chair? Let's see if it sits. It does. It sits. It's just amazing what the Dollar Tree comes out with. I'm telling you. I mean, the wood alone is probably worth more than $1.25. So I'm just going to stain mine up because I think that's just a little more the look I'm going for. A little, you know, just, I don't even know the word, but I'm just going to stain him up really cute and really quick and get into all my little spindles. And this isn't going to be a very long video, I don't believe. I think it's gonna go pretty quickly. So it's a shame because Antique Waverly Wax doesn't go well over glue globs, and there's a little bit of glue globs on where the spindles are. I'm gonna have to take a little brush and just get into the little, my finger just can't get in those little cracks there, right? So unfortunately, there's a couple of glue globs where they put this chair together, which we really can't avoid, but the wax won't take very well there. Let me see if I can show you. When it dries, we can go over it and try to hide it. See over here in the corner? Yeah. So, but hey, whoops, these are crafts. These are not, you know, what's the word, you know, store-bought, but still, that was another word I was thinking. It's one of those lupus weeks. It's the end of a lupus week. Let's say that, right? So the devil hears us saying it's the end of a lupus week. Sometimes my lupus gives me word trouble, tummy trouble. Most of the time it's joint trouble, but that's a common everyday. Got to get those nooks and crannies and a couple more spots there, and then I'm rubbing the rest off. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the legs. But look at how cute that little chair is going to be. And then I'll be right back. Okay, now that is adorable and that is drying. And I think I'm gonna try something new. I wanna use this bell, maybe. But in order to do it, I want it to look a little rusty. So I'm gonna I haven't even sanded the bell or anything. I'm just gonna, while I have the Waverly wax out, I just want to see if I can get that to look a little bit more old and rustic. So that's all I'm doing, and it's getting all over the place. So it may or may not work. Let me hold that with something for a minute. I want to tap over there. All right, that'll be, you know, it's toning it down, making it look older so it's not a big bright new silver bell. See if I can clean my hands up a little bit here. Yeah. So let's cover this Waverly wax up so we don't have any spillage. Okay, so now I told you we were going to take this apart. Let's put this over here and let's do that. So my saying, let's take this first one off, and I have a new tool. I've never used it. I ordered this staple remover, and I think I ordered it from Walmart.com. And look at that. Easy peasy. All right, I'm taking the slat off, but leaving the, with like a burlap strapping, I'm gonna leave that on because we're gonna skip over one slat and attach the top of the next one upside down as our bottom. Okay, so we need that slat gone. And guys, this has such a nice texture on it. I'm just sticking with that today. You can paint it if you want, but see this beautiful green detail? I like it, so I don't want to paint over this. So you guys do your thing. You do you, right? I think I might want to take both of these off, actually. Let me count my sayings. So the top is going to be here, here, here. Yeah, I'm going to take them all. No, here. Let me see my chair. No, I'm going to keep it just like it is. So for my saying, if you choose to do this, you're going to need to just take that one slat off. All right, now let's put this back together. And I don't have a stapler handy, so we're just going to glue it. Actually, let me get my stapler and put you on pause. Why not, right? Let's keep it consistent. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my staple gun, but I feel like those are too big. So I got my regular stapler out, and I'm going to just try this. Let's see if it works. If not, we're going to just use glue. Let's see. I think this will work because it's just kind of like MDF. Yeah, that seems to be working. So I'm just kind of going by the same spacing they had and pushing pretty hard on these staples. Let's do a couple like they do. And we might want to put a little hot glue. I feel like I don't have the strength to do that well, but that's all right. We got it. We got it. All right. So this little stapler, I don't have a link to it. I got it off of, I believe I got it on Walmart.com. Take a look at that sweet baby. I love it. I should have showed you. I think I got rid of it. I used to have one that I made with a pool noodle and a like a can opener or something, but it was funny. Okay, so where does that go? I don't know. It's got a new home. All right, so look. Oh, we have to take off our little loopy at the bottom here, but there's our new sign. Okay, now let's get that baby back out. I don't know why I'm calling it a baby. It's my new baby. All right, underneath, it gets under there, good. So that will be our bottom. So in order for you guys to see what I'm doing, instead of doing it this way, I'm gonna try to work this way. Get rid of these staples. I'm barefoot in my craft room today. That is a big no-no, but I am. I'm busy. So now we need, get this mess out of our way. I need to put these sayings that I made on here. These sayings with my Cricut, but you can use rub-on letters from the Dollar Tree. I was at the Dollar Tree the other day. They had beautiful rub-on letters. It's a little bit more work, but it can be done. Okay, so this is, I'm going to read you what this saying says, and I also want to tell you that I'm dedicating this craft to somebody today, and I'm going to tell you all about her in a moment. All right, so it says, Christmas in heaven, what do? They come down to earth to spend it with you. So save them a seat, just one empty chair. You may not see them, but they will be there. And that is going to a brand new friend that I'm going to cut these in pieces so that we don't have to work with the whole sheet. I met, okay, so let me start over. Well, yeah, I don't know where to begin here. I met a new subscriber from the Villages, and her name is Barb Kramer, and she is the sweetest sweetheart, and she happen to make friends with my Auntie Elaine. Hi, Auntie Elaine. And they didn't know it, or Barb didn't know it, but I'm Auntie Elaine's niece, and somehow it came up that she was watching, that Barb was watching my channel, and my niece, my aunt, my Auntie Elaine said, oh, that's my niece. That's my niece Jill. So they both came and we met for lunch, and it was so much fun, and I got to meet Barb, and I got to hug her, and I got to hug Auntie Elaine, and it was just, I'm going to try to varnish this a little bit more on there. Varnish, I mean. Let me tell you, this is not Dollar Tree vinyl, because this is really a small font, and I tried to do this with Dollar Tree vinyl so I could call it a Dollar Tree project, but it's too small. You could make it a little bit bigger, but yeah, I'm using just Cricut vinyl, nothing special. Cricut removable vinyl, I think, but that doesn't mean it will be removed. It'll stay forever and ever and ever. So I met Barb, and we had a great lunch, and I found out while I was having lunch with her that she lost her husband a year ago. And you know, I know how that feels, and it's been 4 years for me, but I still cry every day. Nobody sees me, but I do. I cry in the shower, or I cry in bed, but I still cry in the car. There's so many things. I might just drive by some new buildings and think, Jenny would just be rolling over in her grave right now if she could see this, or whatever it is, right? Anyway, it's really hard, and she is still in the early stages of mourning, and it's very, very fresh, and I thought I would make this and send it to her. Now, because I'm doing it sideways though, I gotta see where the center is here. Hold on. Okay, so she is a sweetheart. We had lunch, and guess what we did not do? So mad at myself. I have no pictures. We were having so much fun. We went to lunch on Limoges, the Florida Cracker, here in Dade City. We had a ball, and we were just having such a good time, we forgot to take pictures. I know, but we're gonna get back together again. So when we do, I am definitely gonna flood you guys with some pictures, because that is not like me to forget pictures. I'm a picture person. I just was so busy having fun. Okay, so there is the first words, and we have a little space here because I want to put the greens and stuff. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip it to my next, I guess, so you can still see. Cut that one off, and that says they come and spend it with you. All right, let me cut it off. It's just easier to work with if you work in pieces, and because that way nothing touches the other, and you know, it's just easier, way easier. So again, this is a little finicky because it's small print. Small fonts do not like to weed. Well, it's not the weeding. It's actually just, they're not happy. Little fonts aren't happy fonts. All right, now I just moved an E, so I'll have to remember to fix that. So, I don't know if you have noticed, but I am now getting commercials. So, you guys have helped me grow my channel so much. I have to give thanks where thanks is due. I know nothing about it. I think it's called AdSense. If I have any other YouTube creators on my page, I need you more than ever right now, because I don't know. I know that means I get paid, right? And let me tell you, it's been a long time coming. I think I'm going on 4 years. And I knew that I would grow organically. You know, if you remember, the Lord told me to do this channel, and I was not going to do this. Oh my goodness, I was like, oh geez, now I just took off another letter here. Hold on. Can't talk and walk at the same time. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. It must have to go this way. Okay. So this one says, they come down to earth to spend it with you. Got a fuzzy there. So we're going to put this one right here. I probably forgot what I was saying. Sorry. What was I saying? I know, sorry. Forgot. I'll watch this over and I'll be like, chill. I do that all the time. I forget what I'm doing because something comes up in the craft and I stop what I'm talking about. Anyway. So I want to say, hey Barb. It's so good to have you as a subscriber friend. She's also a Facebook friend. She is on my Angel Creations Facebook. So thank you, thank you. It was so good to put eyes on a subscriber, and now I can say I know what you look like when I'm talking to you. It's so fun. Hey, that still doesn't make, yeah, that does. crazy day. So I think I was telling you about my lupus at one point. If it usually affects my mouth and my it's the transportation from thought to mouth is actually what I'm trying to say. And it's one of those days, you know, one of those days. But God blessed me and woke me up anyway, so we're just gonna laugh at it and roll with it. Not gonna let the devil get us. Alright, let me try varnish this a little bit more. It might be easier on me. That just means to stick it down to the opposite surface that it's on. So we're trying to take it off of the backing that it's on and convince it to stay where we want it. So if anybody is a YouTube creator and you just never told me, I could really use your help, because I know now I can get paid because I have commercials, but I am a computer idiot. I don't know technology. All I know is I have to set my banking information up, but I don't even know how. All right, so save them a seat, just one empty chair. Wait a minute, do we have this in order? Yes, because they will be there. Put this one on. And you know I am using Glad Press and Seal. I usually use that when I do DollarTree vinyl, but I decided to use it in this instance. Uh-oh, see, I have a staple coming through over here. I gotta cut that little nubby off there. There we go. Maybe that was why. Okay. So then you just rub it on. I usually use, let's cut these little nubbies. I usually use Glad Press and Seal with DollarTree vinyl because it's not as adhesive, but because I work with DollarTree vinyl so much, I didn't even realize I did try the DollarTree and it was just too tiny of a font. So here we are. We're almost done with our words. I thought this was going to be quicker because, you know, it doesn't seem like it's going to take a long time, but the words are being a little finicky on not wanting to come off. It's taking a little bit longer. Oh, that scared me. So tonight, we're gonna do a fun Christmas craft over on YouTube. No, over on Angel Creations Facebook. We always go live. I say we like there's a group of me, right? I always go live on Saturday night, and it's so much fun. I have a few of my YouTube friends over there now with me, and it's so much fun because we get to talk and interact live. So, but that's at 7:30 on Saturday nights. Alright, so here goes our last one. We have a lot of fun. We really have a lot of laughs over there because we get to talk. Alright, and then we're just rubbing it on again. You don't use anything harder than a fingertip when you use press and seal because you could tear it. It really doesn't need it. So there it is. You may not see them, but they will be there. And they will be, right? First Christmas, I think, is always the hardest. So, I'm not sure which Christmas this is right now for Barb. I don't know if this is your first one, Barb, or if this is a second. We're going to pluck some greens off of our little bush here. And I'm going to cut a few of these off because I want to spread them out a little bit further than they actually go. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see. Okay, so we're going to put these spread out a little further, okay? And then these will come in closer. So we want these all the way out. Ooh, that's hot. I have a whole bunch of glue globs. We got to clean this up before we start, or we're going to be... Woo. If you can't find a little wooden chair, by the way, from the Dollar Tree, keep your eye out, but it's new to me, so keep your eye out, but I'm going to have that overlap my edge just a little. I'm sticking my green. You guys can't even see what I'm doing here. I'm sticking my green just a little bit off the edge. If you can't find, keep looking, obviously, but check every Dollar Tree, and Hobby Lobby has them. They're not $1.25, but Hobby Lobby does have them. Okay, now I'm going to put this one more in the middle. I knew that was not going to be enough for the whole length, so I lengthened it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put that up a little so we can read our words. My word, we have to read these words. Okay, so this one's gonna go. Look, we got everything stuck to everything. So we have a lot of fun on YouTube, on Facebook, and on just getting into my Instagram a little bit more. I really am, I'm still in the learning process, and you guys, you know what else is new to me, and it's still in the box, is sublimation. I have to get into, not have to, I'm dying to get into sublimation. If you know, you know. It's a long story, so if you know, you know. Let's just glue this down just a little bit behind here so it doesn't, I'm using tweezers, really nice tweezers here. Let's get the finger protector out. Get with that. Want that down. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll stick some on this side too, just in case it's floppy. We don't want it floppy. It is a little heavy. These are just like real hemlock. I'm from New Hampshire, and these look just like a real hemlock tree. They really do. Okay, so hopefully that is glued down good. I should have probably used my low temp glue gun. Now I want to put one more going up. And don't worry, we're not going to see all this glue. So I'm donating this to my new friend, Barb Kramer, because I don't know if it's her first Christmas or her second Christmas, but it will not be her last Christmas without her husband, Glenn. And she misses him, and I want her to have this in her home. Easy as that. Alright, I have some berries here. They're nothing special. I don't even remember where they actually came from. I'm just going to glue some of those down in the middle here. Just, just like so. It's, you know what the problem is? I should turn, it's too late. I should have been using my cool temp because I'm melting my branches in plastic, of course, right? Let's do it this way, maybe. in the process because I'm using my hot temp. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go with it anyway. I think I'll cut. Do I want more berries? I think so. I think we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna cut a couple more berries. And we're gonna stagger them out as well, or in, I should say. Cut that a little bit better there. And I'm just gonna add my glue to the 2 stems. I need 3 hands. It's one of those days where I need extra hands. And we will put this one in. I think I will shorten it as well. This is so much fun, you guys. Crafting is therapy to me. Is it the same to you? I just feel like I just enjoy it so much. You know, I really do. All right, now I have a big bow that I made prior to getting on here out of raffia. And I want to add the bow, but I also want to add the bell. And I don't know if the bell is dry. It is not. So I want to add the bow and I want to add the bell. So let's move this aside for a minute and put our bell here. And I'm going to dry this bell and then we will be right back. Okay, dokie. It is all rusty. Isn't that cute? Oh, oh, oh. Let me put you on pause. Okay, look. All rusty. All rusty. So cute. Okay, so now I want to, let's look at this so far. So cute. So pretty. Okay, so now I want to add my raffia bow. And right to the center, I'm going to put my raffia bow right in the middle here. So that's going to hide all the glue. We need a stupid glue stick. That's going to hide all the glue globs of our gluing on our greens. And we're going to press this down in the middle here. Kind of slid. There we go. Ooh, that's a warm one. Press it right down in the middle there. I want it to kind of bend, you know what I mean? Like flare out on either side, if that makes sense. And all I did was make a shoelace bow with a bunch of raffia. All right, we're gonna say that's good. And then we're gonna glue our little bell. It's not so little, it's one of the bigger ones that they sell at the DollarTree, actually. And all we did was add just a little bit of I'm holding it down. It's even getting hot. All we did was add a little bit of antique Waverly wax to it, and that made it look old and rusty. Rustic. Rustic is cute, I think. I am going to trim off a little bit of my raffia tails because I feel like they are covering the words a little more than I would like them to. Should have put the words down a little bit more. Sorry, Barbara. Barb. Sorry, Barb. Okay. Well, this is done, and that was the school nurse. We have to put our chair on, but before we put our chair on, that was the school nurse that just called. Or maybe you didn't see the interruption, but I gotta go get my grandson at school. So we're done anyway, but before we put our chair on, I want to put her husband's name on it. So I wasn't sure if I should put it on the top of the chair here or on the seat, and I decided to go with the seat. So I'm gonna write it slanted because it's not a long word, but I don't have the best writing and I want it to fit on here. So it's Glenn, her husband's name. So G-L-E-N, Glenn. You guys probably can't even see it, but it's there. And I'm not even gonna fuss with it because I'm not good with the lettering. So now it says Glenn, and we are going to just glue it right to our project. So I think we are only going to get maybe a little bit there and a little bit here. And I think that will be fine and dandy. We're just going to eyeball the middle, especially seeing that it's sideways to me, so you guys can see it. And I think this chair is adorable. And if you have little girls, the dollhouse furniture would be great little gifts for Christmas. I don't want to pull this up yet if it's not ready, but I think it will be. There is our adorable craft. Let me hold it closer. Look at that. What do we think? Right? Okay, so maybe what I need to do is put my little raffia bow things out to the side and stick it underneath there. That would be better because you can't really see the words, but isn't that sweet? We took 2 DollarTree surfaces, we re-zhuzhed them up, and look at that. How cute and precious. I hope you love this, Barb. I really do. Don't be I won't be insulted if you don't. Obviously, crafts are, you know, not for everyone, but I was thinking of you while making this year, and I want to donate it to you. So I will get this to my Auntie Elaine, and she will give it to you. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this craft as much as I enjoyed making it with you. And I am going to go get my grandson from school now, and I feel blessed that I am needed and can be useful right now. So, all right, everybody, until I see you again, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, talk to you in the comments, and be good and do good. Bye now.